Hi there, Jen Roque here at stampcampwithjen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. Yay! This week we are going to be doing week 4 of my 12 weeks of fall and Halloween series. It's going to be a really fun one. This week I have a card instead of a 3D project. I've been trying to kind of mix it up every week so that you have a variety of different things, because I know some people prefer to just make cards, some people really like the 3D projects, so I really want to give you guys some ideas for both. As you join, please say hello. I love hearing from you guys. I'm sorry I missed you last week. I had to go out of town. It wasn't for a happy event, unfortunately. My grandmother passed away about a month or so ago. So I had to go out of town for her funeral. It was nice though, because I got to see some family I haven't seen in about 3 years. So it was kind of nice to see that. And then I caught a cold on the way back from Michigan. I was fine when I got in, and then I don't know what happened. I must have picked something up from the airport or the plane or something. I did take a at-home COVID test, and I don't have COVID. It's just a cold. We do still get colds, so I'm actually just about over it now too. It was a very short one, thank goodness. Knock on wood. Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining. I love seeing everybody here. It's so nice. I have a couple of announcements I'm going to make before we get started, just to kind of remind everybody. Celebration is almost over. It will be over on Wednesday. That's the last day of the 31st. And I'll kind of talk about that a little bit more. No, Ethan's not behind me. He is outside talking to his friends or something. I tried to get him to come in here, but he just wants to play video games with his friends. You know how kids are. Thank you, Jessica. I really appreciate you saying that. It means a lot. It was difficult. A difficult trip for sure. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate it. But she was 90 years old. She lived a great life. My mom did a great job taking care of her. She was with her every day. She did a great 90th birthday lunch, and we had a bunch of people that came and had lunch with her and celebrated her. And then I asked a bunch of card ladies to send cards. She had a ton of cards. I'll see if I can get the picture. I think my mom has it. I don't know if I have it. But we have a picture of her with all the birthday cards that some of my crafty friends sent her, and she just loved opening all those cards. It really made her day. She loved it. I was in the Flint, Fenton area. That's where my parents grew up, and my grandparents lived in Fenton for years and years before they moved down here to Tampa, near the Tampa area. So we were up there. I did a really quick trip. I was up there. I left Sunday and I came back Wednesday. So Sunday and Wednesday were travel days. Monday was getting ready for everything, and then Tuesday was the funeral service and the memorial service. It was a very, very fast trip. But yes, I do have a lot of good memories with her. She actually, I would attribute a lot of my craftiness to her, and my mom. I mean, they're both very crafty ladies, but I remember going to my grandparents' house when I was little, and we would make our own earrings, with the beads and everything, and she always found fun things to do with me when I would go visit, and I loved it. I just have lots of great memories with her, so it was really nice. But so that was just a little snippet of why I was out last week. I'm glad to be back though. Glad to get back in the swing of things. It always feels weird when you go out of town and you're kind of out of your schedule. And I went by myself too, so Matt and Ethan, they had to get along on their own. They did just fine, but you always miss everybody, and it's weird being away from your normal schedule, your routine, your family. So I was with my other family, but it's still just different. All right, so let me switch around here. Here we go. And I will go over a couple things real quick, and then we have a fun card to make. You Stamp Camp ladies have already done this. They did this in class, but it's really fun, easy. You can modify it a bunch of different ways, however you want to do it. I'll brighten my light. There we go. All right, so just a couple things real quick before we get into the project though. Like I said, celebration is ending. It ends on Wednesday, the 31st. That's the last day to get these celebration items, okay? Also, there are some celebration items that I have the little printout here. Stampin' Up! Introduced earlier this month. These ones here. So these you can get for free now during celebration, or you will be able to order them after celebration and pay for them. So it's up to you, whichever you do. If you decide, oh, I can wait, it's no big deal, that's fine. But all of these, except for this one, are from the annual catalog. And this one is from the July through December mini catalog. So you'll be able to order this one at least through the end of December. And then the rest of these you can get out of the annual catalog through like the end of April. So it's up to you. If you want to get them for free, that's great. If you don't and you want to order them later, that's fine too. But I just want to let you guys know that these will still be available after celebration. The items in here though, these will not be available. So you will only be able to get these through Wednesday, and the pool party and soft sea foam cards and envelopes are sold out, as well as the tree lot size, so you won't be able to get those with your order, okay? Another thing I wanted to mention, so any of you guys that love Paper Pumpkin, now is a great time to get a Paper Pumpkin prepaid subscription. If you get a 3-month prepaid subscription, you can get a free $50 celebration item with your purchase, because the 3-month Paper Pumpkin subscription, 3 months, is $67.50 before shipping and tax. So that automatically qualifies you to earn a free $50 celebration item. And then this picture here, I'll try to zoom in a little closer. So this is a preview of the next 3 months kits, okay? So they have like a spooky Halloween type one, and the 2 after that will be Christmas themed ones, okay? I know a lot of people look forward to the holiday Paper Pumpkin kits. So that's why if you're thinking about getting Paper Pumpkin in the next few months, why not get the prepaid kit? You have it all ready to go. You purchase it at one shot before celebration, get a free item with your purchase while you get to craft for the next couple months, okay? And then if for some reason, like say you don't, like not everybody likes the Halloween kit, you can skip the Halloween kit and you will still have the 3 free months. It will just push another month out, if that makes sense. So you have the option to skip a month if you don't necessarily like what is available. If you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have before purchasing. I know it can get kind of confusing, but it really is a really good deal. If you love Paper Pumpkin, to just go ahead and get that, and then you get a free item too. So one thing I want to mention, so my host code that I've been posting all the time, with my new blog update, I can automatically update the host code on my blog, so that anytime you click on any blog post, it could be a blog post from, you know, last month or the month before, wherever you see that little button that says click here to shop with my current host code, it automatically updates. So I won't be posting this anymore, because as soon as you hit that button on any of those pages, it will automatically apply the current host code. So you don't need to memorize this anymore. I know a lot of people don't like to, it's confusing sometimes, or they forget where it is. So it's a lot easier to just click on that button. And then one more little plug, don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my newsletter and my blog posts. Newsletters go out every Friday, and the first Friday of the month you get a free project tutorial. So this Friday will be the first Friday in September. I will have a free project tutorial in the newsletter. Also, when you sign up to my newsletter, you get a free project tutorial for subscribing. If you sign up for blog posts, you'll automatically get them sent to your inbox anytime I post anytime I put up a blog post, it'll come straight to your inbox, so you won't ever miss any information. So if you haven't yet, head over to stampcampwithjen.com and go ahead and do that as well. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to the fun stuff, the crafty stuff. Let's see here. So this is the project we're making. This is a fun fold card. You slide the little belly band off, and then you open this up, and then you open this, you open that up, and there's the inside. And that's super fun. I love this. I don't know what the exact name is for this fun fold. I just know that it's a fun fold. If it has a name, I don't know it, but I love this so much. This uses that Hello Harvest Designer Series paper. I wanted to show you guys where it is. Hold on. You can get it. It's in the mini catalog. Let me see if I can find it real fast. I should have done this before we started. I think page 49. Yeah. So page 48 and 49 of the mini catalog here, the July through December catalog, has all of the Rustic Harvest suites. So we are using the bundle here, which unfortunately is on back order right now, but it's expected to come back the week of September 12th. So keep an eye out for that. And then we're also using this beautiful Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper. That's what we're using for this project today. It is beautiful. So I have my kit all ready to go. I had some extra ones left over from class here, all cut up. And in the blog post tomorrow, I'll have the PDF tutorial that has all of the dimensions for these. So these are 3.5 by 3.5 inch squares, and then you just score it on a diagonal. And we're gonna fold these. These are Mossy Meadow. Oh, thanks guys. I'm so glad you like it. And I did my die cutting today because I know sometimes that takes a long time. So I just wanted to get that out of the way so you guys don't have to wait on me to die cut things. Okay, and then this square is, I believe, yeah, this is a 3.25 inch square, just one, and then you just cut it on the diagonal, okay? And then what we're gonna do first, I don't wanna confuse anybody, especially myself. So this basic black piece is your card base. So this is 4.25 by 5.25. So 4.25 by 5.25. And then this Cajun Craze piece we have here, we're just folding in half. And I don't know why it looks a little off here. I'm trying to make sure my edges line up because that will drive me bananas. There we go. All right, so now before we can adhere this Cajun Craze piece to the basic black, first we need to take these little triangles here and we're going to adhere them to the back of the Cajun Craze piece. So I'm going to take my liquid glue and just on one side, make sure you guys can see that I'm not off camera or anything. On one side here, I'm just going to take a light layer of liquid glue, and then we're going to line this up behind our Cajun Craze piece, making sure that the points of the triangle go from top to bottom on the edge there, top to bottom, just like that. And sometimes I like to just fold it over just to make sure it's going to fold exactly how I want it to. And then we'll flip it over and kind of rub our finger and get a nice good press on there. And then we're going to take our other one and do the same thing. So I'm going to open this back up. So we're doing the same thing on the other side here. So we're just going to take 1/2 of our triangle, add some liquid glue, and put it back there. Okay. Like I said, I like to kind of fold it over and then adhere it like that. So just like that. So this is how this back side is going to look right here, but this is going to go on top of that basic black piece. So what we'll do is I'll just go ahead and take some liquid glue here, and then I'm going to close this up so that I can make sure that all of my edges are lined up where they need to be. And we're just gonna line this up just like that, right in the middle. And liquid glue is good here too, because if you don't get it perfectly aligned, then it gives you a minute to kind of wiggle it in place. Oh man, my voice sounds so weird. Okay, so that's like that, right? So that's our card base there. So now for the inside, I have a little white piece. That's my liner, and I'll just take some regular seal for that. Oh my goodness, this thing. So if you have problems with your seal, sometimes it's the adhesive isn't all the way to the end, so you just need to roll it up. And then I've heard people say that they got a good tip where once you get to the end, you just kind of flick it to the side, and that does kind of keep it from rolling to the end. So just kind of take it and like flick it off to the side, and then you won't have it roll back like that. All right, so it goes in the center there. So that's where you'd put your greeting or anything. I left all my sentiments and stuff off of this one, just because I wanted people to be able to use it for, you know, whatever fall activities they have. Maybe you have a birthday or an anniversary, something special, you want to give it to somebody. So I left the sentiment off of this one. So this is that pumpkin DSP from the Rustic Harvest set, and I'm just putting that right on the front here, just centering that. And then my little triangles here are actually going to go on top of these, just like this. So we're going to line those up. And this one, I might use liquid glue for this one, just because it's kind of a funky shape, and I want to make sure that I get it exactly where I need it. I want that wiggle room if I need it. All right, so we'll do one here. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see the green on green too. We got it, here we go. And I just like to rub it with my finger a little bit just to get that glue underneath nice and flat. So I've heard some people say that, oh, my paper kind of bubbles up. If that happens, it might be that you accidentally squeezed a little bit too much of that liquid glue, and maybe you have like kind of a glue blob underneath. So all you have to do is use your finger and kind of press that paper down and rub it around, and you should be able to work that glue blob out, and then you won't have kind of wavy pieces in your paper, because that's more than likely what's causing it. All right, so there's that. So now all we have to do is make a belly band. So what I did is I took a piece of vellum, and we're gonna just wrap this around. So what I like to do with belly bands is I actually like to cover them. I don't like to be able to see them in the back. So to do that, we're gonna take our belly band and kind of center it, and we're just gonna use our fingers and press. You don't want to press it too tight, kind of loosely, okay? And this is how you make a belly band. You don't have to measure or anything, it's great. So then I'm going to take some tear and tape here. And what I like to do is, for the piece that's going to be on the bottom, I'm going to put a little bit of tear and tape towards the edge on the top of the tear and tape, or on the top of the vellum, excuse me. So I'm going to put just a little bit on the top of the vellum. So this piece is the bottom of the belly band, the tear and tape is going on top of the vellum. This piece is the top of the belly band, and the tear and tape is going to go on the bottom side. So opposite of what it is, I guess. If it's the bottom part of the belly band, the tear and tape goes on the top. If it's the top of the belly band, the tear and tape goes on the bottom side, if that makes sense. Okay. And that'll make sure that we don't have tear and tape somewhere where we don't want it. It'll stick to where it needs to go. What is happening? There we go. All right, so grab take your pick tool. I love this thing. I always use the little spatula end here to grab that tear and tape backing and pull it off. It helps so much, especially like if you're like me and you like to get your nails done. You've got really thick fake nails. It doesn't work out too well trying to peel off that tear and tape backing. So we're just going to line this belly band up so it's even, and then we'll press that down. And you can see the tear and tape through the vellum, but that's not a problem because we're going to cover it up. Oh, hi, Joni. Thanks for joining us. All right. So for the pumpkin, we are using these dies from the Rustic Pumpkin die set, okay? So there's, I had to laugh. Some of the girls, they thought you had to make 3 of these skinny ones and stack them on, but there's a big piece and a skinny piece. And the skinny piece goes over the big piece. I could see how you would think that though, just looking at it, because it does look like you just have 3 of the skinny pieces layered up. It does look like that, but that's not what it is. So you take the big piece and you die cut that. And then you take this long like oval piece, and that's the center piece of the pumpkin. And then you have the little stem that we die cut here. And then our little vine that I also use Mossy Meadow for as well. Okay, so I already pre-die cut that, so you guys don't have to watch me run everything through the die cutting machine. But I really like these because it makes like an impression on the paper, so it kind of looks like a little bit weathered and funky. It's kind of cool. It was Leslie. That's right, Joni. It wasn't you. She hates when I call her out. She's like, I always find something, but we all do that. We've all glued something backwards, upside down. It always happens, but you can always, the only thing you can do is laugh about it, right? All right, so what we're gonna do to put this pumpkin together. So you'll notice there's kind of like a little bit narrower part on the top and then a fatter part on, it's a little bit wider on the bottom, and then kind of the same with the center piece. You're gonna use the wider piece on the bottom and the little bit narrower piece on the top to make the pumpkin, okay? It's kind of hard to tell, but when you line it up, just whatever makes sense to you. It'll look good either way. But narrow with narrow and fat with fat. It just gets kind of narrower towards the top there. So I just put a little bit of liquid glue there. Now you can also, we're going to take the little stem on the back, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom, and then with this little vine piece, I'm going to take the vine and put it on this glue, and then I'm just going to stick that right behind that pumpkin. So we're going to kind of fidget with that glue a little bit till we get it exactly where we want it, but then you just stick it behind that pumpkin, and that's how you can get that vine in there without having to fiddle with it too much. And it kind of sticks out and it's a little flowy. It's kind of cool. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put our pumpkin on our little belly band and we'll be done. So just put a couple more pieces of tear and tape on the belly band. Both on the top this time. And you can put them right over where your other tear and tape pieces are, because that pumpkin's going to cover it up. Not a problem at all. Come on, there we go. And then we'll just center it just like that. And I left the belly band on, that way I could kind of see what it'll look like and where exactly I wanted to put the pumpkin. So that is it. That is our cute little fun fold. And now you'll be able to slide that belly band off, open it up, open it again, and then you can decorate the inside however you want. Or if you want, you could fit like a little sentiment. You could stamp something and kind of pop it up there. The Hello Harvest stamp set has a lot of beautiful sayings that you could put on there. You are missed, hello, wishing you the loveliest day, you're such a blessing. It's very, very pretty. This is a great set to have. Like I said, it is unfortunately on back order, but it is expected in sometime the week of September 12th. So just kind of keep a lookout on that. And then don't forget, if you are looking for a great way to earn celebration items, you can get that 3-month Paper Pumpkin subscription by August 31st and get a free celebration item as well. So All right, guys. Well, that is all I have for today. The video and PDF tutorial will be posted first thing in the morning, so I hope you're looking forward to that. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me at stampcampwithjen.com. You will see on my menu bar at the top there's a little button that says contact. You can click on that. It has all my contact information. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you need any of the supplies, please purchase them through me, Jennifer Roque. I would love to earn your business if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And then don't forget, Celebration is ending soon. It's so sad. I love Celebration so much. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed this card, and I hope you'll join me again next week for week 5. We're almost halfway through the series. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. All right, guys. Well, have a great night, and until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.